the undisputed UFC middleweight champion, joining us very early, probably way too early, the one and only, the last style bender, Israel. And let me just pause here for a second, Israel, as I clear my throat. Israel Adesanya. They will never make me say your name the other way again. Adesanya. What's up, my man?
Fuck, man. What's up? What an intro. He's back.
I am back.
Took the collar off.
That's right. The shackles have come off. I'm unfiltered. I'm uncensored. I'm Helwani in full effect. And I got to be honest with you, that's all I wanted to do.
I can say fuck, dick, balls, bitch.
Anything. Anything. Go crazy, Izzy. Go crazy. I just wanted to say your name the right way. Izzy, they told me to not say your name the right way.
Hey, man, tell it. Clear your throat again. Adesanya.
Adesanya.
Let them know.
And if they don't like it, they could take a hike. Thank you so much for doing this.
On them.
That's right. It's 7:30 in the morning. You don't usually wake up this early, right?
Man, I don't wake up for more than X amount of dollars at this hour. So, I appreciate being one of the first, or to close the show, the last guest on the first show back. So, yeah, something like this historic. I'll get up for this. So
you're the man.
Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm sure you have a lot of these.
I didn't read it. Yeah, oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Well done. Well done. I don't want to. We're in a good mood. We're celebrating, but I have to start this way. I am sorry about your brother. I'm sorry about your training partner, and even more so about the punishment, if you want to call it that, 6-month detention. Yeah. Vake, am I saying his name correctly?
Yeah, Vake.
Excuse me, Vake.
There you go.
Man, this is crazy. This is nuts. This man was murdered, and the perpetrator, the murderer, got 6 months home detention. I just want to say to you and the city kickboxing team and to all his friends and family, that is disgusting. I don't know how to even put that into words, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate that. Yeah, it's crazy times, man, for New Zealand's justice system. And I don't want to get too much into it because because the trial's still ongoing. So, excuse me. There it is. First birth.
That's right.
To get it out the way. The situation is crazy, but we have each other. And to put it blank, we're not going to take our foot off their necks because, 6 months for doing something as heinous as that. And you get to chill at home with your kids, your family. Pretty much you have a 6-month holiday, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't feel like the punishment. There is no punishment that fits the crime, but that's just like a slap in the face to us and the Vake family.
All right, well, keep doing your thing. Got your back. I actually didn't get a chance to talk to you. I didn't get a chance to talk to you, Izzy, before the Vettori fight or after the Vettori?
No,
I mean, things done changed. This is what I feared.
Hey, man.
I mean, I got the stiff arm. I said, Izzy wants some... What happened? Ain't nothing changed but the change, Izzy. You didn't want to talk before.
Get close.
Yeah, okay.
I could have let you get close.
Can I tell you the truth?
Nah, man,
Can I tell you the truth? Yeah. I know you're on the internet. There was this meme going around that people said, like, oh, when Ariel talks before the fight, it was ridiculous crap. And I thought that you read that and that you said you wanted none of me. That's what I thought in my heart.
No. Nah, don't be like that. Nah, I didn't see any meme like that, but what was happening? I think I was just busy at the time. And then I remember telling Tim, like, we'll be the first one after or something, but then
that I left.
I can't remember. But we're here now. We're here now on a historic show. Close it out with the one and only.
Okay, so if you don't mind, I just want to go back to Arizona because, again, I didn't have a chance to talk to you. I felt, look, I'm just saying this out of respect. I'm not trying to take shots, even though he's not a fan of mine. I think you're a better fighter than Marvin Vettori. I just think, I mean, there's always going to be a pecking order, and I think you're better. I felt like you prolonged that fight to kind of prove a point. You enjoyed being in there for 25 minutes with him. Am I wrong?
No, you weren't wrong. I actually had fun. I enjoyed myself. I felt around the 4th or 5th round, I put my foot on the gas. I was about to, and then my coach Eugene and Mike and Andre kind of told me to pull my foot off because I don't want to say to Cole, knew it had it in the bag. Maybe they had a little PTSD from the last fight before that. So yeah, they didn't want me to try and take out straight away. But I mean, in no point in that fight that I felt sure. Even if I recall, I said at the press conference when he got up, I didn't even move. I didn't blink because I knew he didn't pose a threat to me. And when you fight the fight pretty much to survive, you're not trying to win. You're trying to survive. And you're playing your game on 85, 90% defense. It makes it hard to take out a mongrel like that. He's a good fighter, but there's levels to this, like you said.
When you were at the press conference and you saw him getting all fired up like that, it actually reminded me of Bisping in the early days of his career, where he would almost have to psych himself up and get too emotional. And I think you compare that Bisping to the Bisping who fought Luke Rockhold leading up to his fight, how relaxed he was and sure of himself. I would argue that being the opposite way is a lot more smart and successful for your career. When you were seeing him act like that, did you know, okay, I mean, he's off his game here. He's way too emotional about all of this. He's getting psyched up.
Oh, I knew that already from the jump after I already fought him before, because he's the kind of guy, like, he gets too much in his feelings. I know maybe it's an Italian thing, and that's like a recent quote from Cuomo. Was it Cuomo? I can't remember now. Anyway, that's beside the point. I just knew I had it. I had him where I wanted him. And you could see I was just like poking the bear, and I could just see him getting agitated. And when I asked him a simple question, and he couldn't even answer it. He just started to fumble. And then when he exploded and erupted, I knew I had him. And there was just a little bit of verbal warfare, mental warfare. And I wanted to get him to lose his cool because he was trying to act all cool at the press conference. So when I got him to lose his cool and took the mask off, and I was like, yeah, he didn't even know how to put his glasses back on. He like threw it down. And then he sat down. And I remember, allegedly, it might have been me, it might have been, someone next to me or down the seats, but there was like this piece of bubble gum that someone threw at his head. And then he got all fired up again. So I don't know who threw it. It wasn't me, but I hope they catch the person who did.
In the fight, nice moment there where you gave him a little tap on the behind. You just felt compelled in the moment to remind him. What was that all about?
Oh, yeah, same thing as my bitch. Like I said, I was going to do you like I did my other bitch. So yeah, he was just, like I said, playing the game, crotch sniffing for 25 minutes. At one point, he looks at me and goes, "Come on, let's go, let's scrap, let's brawl." And I was like, "Are you stupid? This is not your moment." So in that moment, he was there, and I was like, "Well, you're not trying to win the fight." So I let him know, "Hey, get to it. You gotta smack a bitch sometimes. Just let him hey, get to it."
Did he really say to you that he thought he won after the fight, like before they read the scorecards?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I said, well, at least you can. I think I said something to the lineup. At least you can admit I had that one. He's like, "Well, this one." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I won that." I was like, "Okay, no. We can't talk anymore. We can't." I was like, there's no way. We're not the same already. But then, if you thought you won that, for me, like even I said earlier on before the fight, I wanted it to be 5-0. Like I wanted to finish him. And he's hard to finish, but I wanted it to be 5-0 just so he knew and like without a doubt, like I schooled him bell to bell. And I did, but like Eric Hartman, man, he just has that belief in himself. That belief in himself that he can believe your own bullshit. And hey, teach his own.
What about your belief? Because that was the first time in your MMA career that you were coming off a loss. Did you find that you were doubting yourself at all? I didn't even notice that the belt was there this whole time. Damn, my bad.
Oh yeah, I just realized I should. Oh shit, I just put it where the sun is catching. We've got a nice sunrise right now, so I was like, oh man, it'll be catching way better on this side.
It's beautiful. Did you feel like you were doubting yourself going? Like, did you need that confidence boost?
This is the first time seeing. Did I feel like I was doubting myself? Not at all. No, I going into that fight, I already fought Vettori before, so I knew what he offered, and I felt like what new can he have shown me? Like, you know what I mean? His last few fights have all been the same. They all look the same. So I was like, what's something new that he can show me that he hasn't shown? And it's just, like I said, good boxing defense. I even told his corner that his defense with his boxing was on. Wrestling was, you're playing scared. You're running scared. But no, it never affected my confidence. She saw me at the press conference. She saw me leading up to the fight. I was just playing with him, just playing with him. So yeah.
What were you going to say before I interrupt you there? You said this is the first time and you didn't finish your thought.
Oh no, with this belt, because I 2 seconds, hold up. Right,
No problem.
I last week I've been with this belt for a week now, but before that, I hadn't seen it for about 2 months. So sometimes I hold on to it for about a month and a bit or 2 months, and then eventually just when I have a fight signed, and it's time to you know go back to that dog mode. Then I relinquish the belt back to Eugene, and he just holds on to it. I don't walk around with this thing and just kind of keep it in my house all the time. It just happens to be here, so yeah, I thought I'd flex it.
Wow. So you have the belt, then you give it to him, and then when you sign your next fight, you take it back as a reminder?
No. When I sign my next fight, when it's time to work, I give it back to
Oh,
Eugene, because he normally holds on to it. I don't hold on to it because I don't want to be like one of these guys who always carries the belt around. I feel like it changes the way you think about yourself in not just the best way. Sometimes it could be the worst way. So just keep your edge. You know what I mean? Stay active.
I saw you do an interview recently. I forget which outlet. It might have been like a New Zealand paper. And you referenced the line that I almost reference every damn time. You know which one I'm talking about? The Silk Sheets line. You
Oh yeah, from that was another interview
Marvin
talking
Hagler.
about Marvin Hagler. It's hard to wake up in the morning when you sleep in silk sheets.
Yeah, you've been experiencing this.
Mm. Not recently, no, but in the past, maybe everyone does when you get to this level. You just have to be able to remind yourself or have the people remind you that, hey, there's more work to be done. So yeah, I like the spot that I'm at right now. Like the work we've been putting on with our curriculum. I'm kind of glad I had this time off because I really get to learn a lot more, I guess, new skills that I can use when I come back. So, because when you're in fight camp, you're trying to just get in fighting shape. So now I really get to just upskill the martial arts.
So you mentioned a time off. There was also a story that came out last week that Whittaker's manager was talking about how they have to delay your fight, that they maybe wanted to have it in November at Madison Square Garden, but now because of the travel complications, New Zealand, how strict they are. So is that accurate? Is this fight not happening till 2022?
Yeah, most likely. Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, November was down, but just this whole MIQ business, like you've got bots now and people in, East Asia, like looking for vouchers because, you have to buy a voucher to be able to quarantine. So within 3 minutes of getting announced, they're all sold out because you've got bots and like people in other countries, like actively looking for it and then alerting people when the vouchers have come on. So yeah, if you try and book for December, the month of December, within 3-4 minutes, the vouchers are just gone.
Crazy. And you don't get some sort of exemption because you're an athlete, you're a pro athlete. None of that.
Nah, this is well, I felt like they should. They let the Wallabies in here on just over the weekend when they played against the All Blacks. On some exemption, I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. It's kind of sad just because I understand because like you have people who maybe couldn't even see their parents die or go to their parents' funeral because of this whole MIQ bullshit. So yeah, it might not be important to. It's all relative. It's all relative. What we're doing is important to us, and I feel it's important to the country because we are bringing a lot of economic value into the country. So we should have an exemption, like the way some of these other sporting teams and acting, people or whatever entertainment people get passes. But we'll see. We'll see. At the moment, we're not. So I have to adapt and overcome.
I mean, without looking at it in front of me. Probably one of the longest breaks of your career will end up being, right? Because you fought in June. If we're talking early, like you don't usually take 8 months off, right? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Well, for me back in the day, might have been dangerous, but another metamorphosis. Like I feel like I just want to apply pressure. Put it that way. I want to apply pressure right now. So yeah, to do that, you have to really get this kind of work done outside of camp. Not just float around the gym, not like just clocking in, really gaining those XP points, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this. They say time off, but it's not really time off because I'm working every day.
Do you find motivation in the idea of fighting Whittaker again? I feel like he is the rightful number one guy. He's deserving, but you've climbed that
Mhm.
mountain very recently. Does it do anything for you, the idea of climbing it again?
Yeah, definitely. The idea of lapping the division is what excites me. So yeah, I want to do that. It's not really about Whitaker. It's about just overlapping everyone. And then yeah, that excites me. And also he's been on a run. He's beating some tough guys. So to do it again like I did Vettori, just to like leave no doubt and just plant a flag in their head and let them know like I own that. That's mine.
You agree though that he's the rightful next guy, right?
Agreed.
We just had your old mate Darren Till. I asked him if he wanted to say anything to you. He says you guys talk all the time, so he doesn't need to say anything. But just wanted to let you know that one day he will beat you. He just wanted you to know that in case you didn't know.
Darden. In case I didn't know, we don't talk all the time. Relax. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what he
in my
said.
DMs. But we talk often. I don't say it's like every day. Like, hey, what's up, buddy? But we're cool. We're cool. But he just has to win first. Fucking hell, I've laid it up to him so many times, and he just keeps flopping. Like Jesus Christ, get it to fucking together, Darren. Darren. So yeah, he can't talk unless he wins first. And to win the way I've been winning in this division is not an easy task. So yeah, pick a number and get in line, son.
Do you think he beats Derek Brunson?
Yeah, I think so. But that's my other son. So they're all my children. Fucking hell. I'm fathering motherfuckers.
This weekend is one that I'm guessing you're going to be watching. Gaslam and Cannonier. Who do you like in that one?
Yes, I will be. I will be watching that. Who do I like in that one? Fuck, Gaslam is not an easy fight. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
And Cannon Air is one of these. He's like the division's dog. It's a fight that I'm excited for. Who do I have in that one? I'd like Cannon Air to win just because I like fresh meat, and also he's a good guy. I feel like, yeah, I laid it up to him as well. So I'm trying to help these people, man. I'm trying to really change lives out here,
I know.
Ariel.
I know. I
So
feel you.
yeah, uh, I mean, I hope he gets it done. But like I said, these Mexicanos, man, it's not an easy fight. You pack a lunch, pack a dinner, man. You're gonna pack for about 3 days if you want to fuck with these Mexicanos, man.
Speaking of fresh meat, Sean Strickland, is he someone that's on the radar or not quite yet?
Oh yeah, what's his name? Sean. Yeah. I saw his last fight. Yeah, with Uriah Hall.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good. Just yeah, I don't know. He's good. I know he's a paradigm, so I don't really know much
Okay.
about him.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
I just apparently he's good on the mic. I've heard he's really good on the mic.
He's a little out there, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, to each their own.
I have a confession to make, Izzy. I believe in my heart
Dun,
right
dun,
now.
dun.
Yeah, this is it. This is me telling you how I feel. I'm shooting here, as they say in
Tell
the pro
me.
wrestling business. I don't think and this makes me very sad. I don't think we're ever going to see
Mm,
Israel Adesanya against Jon Jones.
mm,
I don't think it's ever happening.
that's a good opinion, but I mean, the story is not told yet, Ariel. The story's still out there, and man, if you could say, I don't think we're ever going to see Jon Jones fight at heavyweight.
You don't think so?
Fuck, he's been saying this since 2013. I mean, You either get it done or you don't. So I mean, for me, I jumped up within 3 years of the company, so of being in the company, and I jumped in the division ahead me. The guys up there respect me. Even the champion up there, he gave me my props. So yeah, I just think it's not something that anyone can do, and he's just getting fat for no reason now.
Is it not weird that now it's like, okay, 2022, it will be 2 years since his last fight? Whenever he fights. Could be 2.5 years. Like what's going on?
Hey man, I don't know. You gotta ask Jon Jones. Get him. At least he didn't close the show. Get him on the next show and then ask him. He
Yeah.
might tell you. He might know. He might not even come on your show. He might be too big for your show.
What?
Or out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
You're saying my show isn't
Too
big
big
enough
out
for
there
Jon
already.
Jones?
I'm saying he might think he's too big
Oh,
for
okay.
the
Yeah.
show out there in Albuquerque. He might be too. The hot streets of Albuquerque might be too popping to be coming on the MMA Hour anymore.
I feel you. But do you see where I'm coming from? I just feel like you're on different wavelengths,
Of
going down
course.
different paths. It's like I don't see how these stars are going to align unless they throw a curveball at us.
I see it. No, I see it 100%. But that's the thing. Like, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Yeah. And the song's not over yet. So stay tuned.
Okay.
Like, we'll fight one day. I don't know where or how it's going to happen. I just have an idea of what's going to happen. But yeah.
You feel it.
See if he moves up in weight first. See if he moves up in weight first and deals with these guys there. I think he can, but does he think he can?
If not for that fight, which
Been a long
obviously
time.
means a lot to you, do you think that you'd be content just fighting at 185 until the rest of your days because of what happened in March, or is that still something that you're going to do again?
No, hey, like I said, the story's not over yet. Like, just the story's not over yet. There's ways that this can happen. So stay tuned. I'll leave it at that. Stay tuned.
Okay, interesting. I like the little. It's like a little bit of a tease of things to come. I don't know
Of course.
I don't know if you're actually actively working on things, or you just kind of feel in your heart that the story is going.
I know. I'm not a quitter. Like I said, you got to know when to hold them. Okay, you're gonna fight another day. I went up to 205, tried my best hand at it, didn't work out. So I'm definitely gonna fight for that belt again. And depending on who's holding that belt, because you can go up to heavyweight, fuck that up, and then go back down to 205. So yeah, there's many ways this story can be written, like one of them Goosebumps book.
Mm-hmm. I love those Goosebumps books. By the way, do you harp on that?
Adventure.
I love that one too. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now in my life. Do you harp on the Jan fight? Do you think about it a lot, or is it totally in the rearview mirror? Done.
That's just done in the past. You don't hold on to that. I learned a lot from that, so I still pick the lessons, but I don't hold on to the fact like, oh man, I lost. It's like, nah, you went up there, try to achieve a side mission. Didn't quite get all the XP points, but you got a lot from it. So now I'm back on the main mission, which is defending my crown at 185. And then another time down the road, you hop on another side mission. So yeah, like I said, the game's not over. The story's not finished yet.
Two last things. Because this might happen in 2022, does it increase the chances potentially of the Whittaker Adesanya rematch, or I should say, because you're the champ, the Adesanya Whittaker rematch, because you're the A side here, happening in either New Zealand or Australia? Is that a possibility at all?
Man, I tell you what, without this whole COVID MIQ bullshit, I can probably say 90%, I'm sure we would have done this fight at Eden Park Stadium in Auckland, New Zealand. If not for this whole MIQ bullshit, but the UFC runs a really tight, very well-oiled machine. So for them to have the people who run that machine quarantine for 2 weeks, and then the fighters as well, is cruel. Unless we can get some kind of, I guess, exemption, because I know that would bring a lot of, because cash is king, man. It would bring a lot of money to the economy here. So
of course,
yeah. But hey, man, this whole COVID shit here to stay. So
I hope not.
Why not?
I hope not.
It's around, man. It's.
And what about your old mate Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley? Who do you like?
Ooh, Ooh, yes. When's that fight? It's like
Next weekend.
it's
Not this weekend, next weekend, yeah.
next weekend. Yeah. Jake most likely.
Wow.
Tyron's too small. Yeah, and I mean Tyron. I don't know on the trailer they called him an expert striker.
Yeah, that was weird. That was
An
weird.
expert striker. Yeah, I was like, since the fuck when? He's got a right hand that he looks for. So when you have one thing to look for, it's easy to avoid that. And yeah, Jake's big. Jake's actually a good boxer. So yeah, if I was gonna bet, I bet on Jake Paul. The fuck, that was a stupid bet he took as well.
Oh,
Because he kind of got bullied into making that bet.
yes. The tattoo, right? I love Jake Paul if he loses. Damn.
Yeah, like if you're confident, fuck it, take the bet. But then if you weren't gonna take the bet and then you got coaxed into it because he was in your head and he just no confidence.
By the way, who's that picture over your right shoulder? What is that? Is that like a concert or something?
Oh, yes, this was at 660 when I played at well, I performed with them on
Oh,
that picture right there.
sick.
That's
Sick.
me and my tree from 660. Yeah. And that was me just jumping up.
Oh, wow. Is this in your home?
I don't know. Elevator. Yeah, so yeah, 660 is a famous, very famous New Zealand band, homegrown. So yeah, they played in front of I think it was 50,000, over 50,000
Damn.
at not Eden Park, can't remember, Eden Park Arena. But anyway, it was massive as fuck. It was iconic. It was epic. Another one of those things that's just like,
Yep. Do you have that
yeah.
list, that active list? What's the next one on the list? What's another thing? You got the Puma deal. You got all these things.
I got many things.
Okay,
You
all
want
right.
to see the nose is still working. The nose is always fucking twitching, isn't it? See you salivating over there.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations, by the way. Another member of CKB has joined the UFC, right? You guys do it very well. I love when you guys do this.
Blood Diamond.
Yeah. When does he debut? Does he have a debut yet?
Not not yet, but the same thing. MIQ's just the motherfucker, man. It's slowing things down. Boy, we find ways. We'll always find ways. Where there's a will, there's a way. And this ain't the first time we've been hit with some obstacles like this. So, yeah, but Blood Diamond, he deserves to be in the UFC, man. And each time we have another fighter get signed, I think we have 8 now, which is pretty cool, Each time we have another fighter get signed, it's a thing of joy. It's a big deal because we we a lot of us, we put our hearts into this. And Dime is even like, I think he's a year older than me, so yeah, he should be in the UFC definitely because he's not getting any younger. But the way he fights, it's just, I feel it's something that people need to witness. People need to witness on the big stage. And me and him have been at this for a long time. Like me and him, pretty much we had our backs in China. It was just me and him in China sometimes. Like he'd be in my corner, I'd be the only guy, and vice versa. So I feel like it's his time. It's his time.
Well, I love the way you guys make those announcements, the videos, everything that you do, the tight-knit team. And I really appreciate you, my man. I know that, like you said, you don't wake up early for a lot of things. And for you to be here meant more than you can possibly know. And thanks to your manager as well for making it happen. So I'll let you go. Do you go back to bed now? What do you do? Do you go back to bed? Did I ruin your sleep? What happens now?
No, I'm good. I just watched the sunrise. So
it's a beautiful thing. I feel like we shared something special together.
Pretty ready for training. Yeah. What time is it over there in New York? You in New York?
Yeah, I'm in New York. It's 4:00 in the afternoon here.
Are you in New York?
Yeah.
4 p.m. Yeah. Well, we closed the show properly. Am I the last guest?
You're the last guest, Izzy. You're the man. I appreciate you very much.
Properly.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon, and we'll talk to you soon as well. All right.
No worries. Appreciate you, and congrats again, free man. Spread your wings and fly. Ah!
There we go. The last style bender, Israel Adesanya, with that laugh to close the show. How great was that?